World Headquarters is made up of two sister organizations. Unity School, located at Unity Village, Missouri, includes three major areas: Unity Publications, Unity Institute, which offers ministerial education degree programs and adult spiritual education and enrichment classes, and Silent Unity, which offers a 24-hour prayer ministry and publishes Daily Word. The Association of Unity Churches International, located 3.5 miles from Unity Village, serves Unity ministers and ministries by providing support services and resources. As part of a Unity Center or ministry, you are a part of the association. The Unity movement was founded by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore in 1889. Myrtle Fillmore began studying spiritual healing in an effort to overcome a lifelong battle with tuberculosis. She attended a lecture by metaphysician Dr. E.B. Weeks and heard the phrase, "You are a child of God, and therefore you do not inherit sickness." She embraced this affirmation, and it became her personal mantra during prayer.
I am a child of God, and therefore do not inherit sickness.
Over a period of years, Myrtle Fillmore was healed. Inspired by his wife's success, Charles also experienced the presence of God quite vividly, and years later he also became healed from a withered leg he had injured as a child. The Fillmores began to pray with others who also experienced healing. Gradually, the two of them started spreading the message of practical Christianity. In 1891, the name Unity came to Charles during meditation. In 1892, the Fillmores dedicated their lives to God and promised to rely solely on God to meet all their needs. Charles began to focus on offering a practical approach to applying the teachings of Jesus Christ to everyday life.
Unity is a link in the great educational movement inaugurated by Jesus Christ. Our objective is to discern the truth in Christianity and prove it. The truth that we teach is not new, neither do we claim special revelations or discovery of new religious principles. Our purpose is to help and teach humankind to use and prove the eternal truth taught by the Master.
In the early 20th century, Unity began building a complex of 3 buildings on Tracy Avenue in Kansas City. In 1929, Silent Unity moved to Unity Farm, which later became Unity Village. Because of the Great Depression, all operations were returned to Kansas City, where they remained until the late 1940s. Construction resumed in the 1940s and 50s. The entire property was incorporated in 1953 as Unity Village and remains the home of Unity School's world headquarters. Charles and Myrtle had 3 sons, Rickert, Lowell, and Royal. The overall concept for Unity Village was developed by Rickert. Rickert's daughter Rosemary was born at Unity Village. She describes her memories of living there.
Until I was 12 years old, I had a childhood as nearly perfect as anyone could possibly have had. Unity Farm was an idyllic place for a child. It provided all those things that children enjoy. In my growing up years, it was not only a spiritual community, it was also a working farm. There were orchards and vineyards and crops in cultivation. There were chickens and cows and horses and ponies and dogs. Since it allowed no hunting, Unity Farm also teemed with wildlife: deer, foxes, coyotes, rabbits, squirrels, and all kinds of birds. There were recreational facilities for the people who worked at Unity, including a swimming pool, a golf course, tennis courts, clubhouse for parties, playground, picnic grounds, and vacation cottages, and a beautiful amphitheater for summer theater and concerts. There were lakes and ponds for boating and fishing, and there were woods to roam. Each season brought with it a special activity and celebration.
Today, the Mediterranean-style campus includes 1,400 acres of gardens, chapels, and recreational facilities. The 165-foot tower has an electric carillon and a 100,000-gallon water tank, which is still used today to supply water to Unity Village residents and employees. Myrtle Fillmore died in 1931. 2 years later, Charles married Cora Dedrick, who devoted her life to compiling his writings into manuscripts. In 1948, at the age of 93, Charles said,
"I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm, and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me."
On July 7, 1948, Charles died. The foundation laid by the Fillmores continues today. Unity teaches that physical and emotional healing can result from affirmative prayer. This form of prayer can also bring prosperity, inspiration, guidance, peace, and happiness. And it can result in a fuller awareness of God's presence and power in our lives. As mentioned, Unity School's mission is focused on its prayer ministry, education, and publishing. Back in the 1960s, a new direction was about to unfold in the Unity movement. As the number of Unity churches and centers grew, it became clear that an organization focused primarily on supporting these ministries was needed. In 1966, the Association of Unity Churches International, as it is known today, was formed to support new and established ministries, as well as individuals around the world, as they began to study and practice unity principles. Because of our association, your church has access to professional materials and training for leadership and youth and adult education. We also support the establishment of new churches and ordain unity ministers. In the spring of 1991, the current home office building was purchased. It was remodeled and dedicated in 1992. With the help of ministries like yours and the generous support of Catherine Ponder, who provided matching funds, the building was paid for and the mortgage was burned in 1994. From 2 people in 1966, the association's home office staff has grown to nearly 50 and includes ordained unity ministers, licensed teachers, and other professionals. Today, the association is a vibrant, responsive organization, promoting the development of thriving spiritual communities and visionary leaders. The association has about 1,000 churches, centers, and formal and informal study groups around the world. In addition to Unity National Schools and associations of Unity leaders in countries outside the United States.
You've just seen an overview of the Unity movement and the role of our Association of Unity Churches in that movement and how we partner with Unity School. And we are here really for one purpose, and that is to help people connect with the presence and the power and the love of God that dwells within them. There is a longing within every person to do this, and we are here to fulfill that longing. As we look to our future, we realize that any organization that wants to grow, develop, and unfold must find ways to fulfill its potential. And we have come together to co-create the future of unity. And in this co-creative process, we realize that we are interconnected on a soul level. And from that, we have created our vision. And our vision is simply this: centered in God, we co-create a world that works for all. You may ask, how are we going to go about to fulfill that vision? What is ours to do? What is our mission? And our mission is this: we create and support vibrant, diverse spiritual leaders and communities that foster transformation and inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. All of us together can make this vision and mission a reality so that we have a world that reflects the spirit of unity. I invite you to remember the very first time that you connected with a unity message. And perhaps, like so many other people, you said to yourself, I feel as if I have come home. Well, imagine that this is the feeling of people all over the planet, where we have study groups, churches, and centers, and people come away from there saying, I feel as if I have come home. Well, I invite you to hold that vision with us, because this is the vision of our Association of Unity Churches and our Unity Movement. We want people everywhere to feel that they have come home to the presence and the power and the love of God.